You were so excited, aren't you? He's so excited. Did you take a shot? Are we saying it?
We can always cut the first part. We can always say, yeah, cut this, whatever.
We're never going to get through this. So what am I supposed to say? Okay, I got to stop laughing first. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mom and Son Unplugged. I feel like we have not recorded in so long. I think it's really only been like a month, but life has been busy. So Damonte, do you want to start off and let everyone know how the half marathon went?
The half marathon did really good. My mom did really good at the half marathon, and then
Thanks.
my dad did a good job at the 5K for him not training and just walking despite the downpour of weather conditions that we had. And
Oh my
I would
God,
say we
yeah.
all had a fun trip overall as the three of us.
Oh my God, yeah. Kentucky was so much fun. And yeah, the 5K, it literally started raining as soon as the race started. And then when it was probably like a mile left, it really started like downpouring and windy. I will say we worked hard for that medal. But yeah, that half marathon was so much fun. Damonte did a great job pushing me, cheering me along, and we took some time throughout the run to take videos, pictures, but it was a blast. I would definitely do it again.
I'm actually wearing the shirt right now.
Oh yeah, oh my God, I should have worn my shirt. I had stained the dress that I was wearing, so I had to throw on a different shirt real quick. But yeah, Kentucky was such a good time. And then you went to North Carolina.
Yep, for my friend's graduation, and I got to see all my friends, which was nice. And you just
Nice.
took a trip yourself?
Oh my God, yes. So I just took a trip to Portugal with a couple friends and just got back super late Wednesday night. So I feel like I'm still trying to catch up on sleep, but Portugal is awesome.
Where'd you go?
To Lisbon. Yep, went to Lisbon, Portugal, and it was such a great time. Like we would start from like early in the morning until late in the evening, and our days were filled with fun adventures. And yeah, we did a tuk-tuk tour, we did a sunset cruise, we did a rooftop Alfred Hitchcock movie. They had little pop-up movie playing on a rooftop, so that was super cool. Went and saw castles and palaces, and we went in like a bunch of different churches and cathedrals, and it was just really cool how a country like really keeps their authenticity of their buildings and keeping them like upkeeping them and keeping them in their original condition as much as they can. So it's just really cool just seeing a culture of another country, and food was amazing over there and the wine was good, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yep. And if you want a really good Stairmaster retreat, Lisbon, Portugal is your place, because if you weren't climbing up a hill, you were walking up a stairway to heaven. So
Was everyone there super in shape?
I would say that we did see a lot of people running, like every single morning or even in the afternoon. Like you saw people running, just exercising, and so it was really nice seeing that. Like people are in shape.
Nice.
Yep, but
You've been busy.
yeah, like we both have been busy, so that's why I was like, we kind of had to take a little over a month off just so we could get through our trips and yeah, get through our busy life. But May was definitely a busy month.
Do you have
But
anything upcoming?
what's that?
Do you have anything more upcoming?
No, I do not. I just want to sit myself home for a while and just relax. Like I'm tired. This whole year has been busy, so
Not until the end of this year.
yeah, not until November, which is nice. But you do have a trip coming up.
Yep, in July with my dad.
Yeah, celebrating your 25th birthday.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
No, you're not. Oh my God, if I could turn back the hands of time, I wish I could say I'm turning 25 again. That would be nice. But that's going to be a fun trip. That's going to be really good.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah. We'll have to put up your Cash App so people can
Buy me a drink.
people can send you some money for your trip. But yeah, that's going to be a good time. Yeah, that'll be a good way to celebrate your B-Day.
All right, episode 18.
Is it episode 18?
Yep.
Dang.
Almost at 20.
Nice. We are moving right along. All right. So I was thinking back during the time when Damonte was little, or I would say younger, because he wasn't even really little. This was the time in middle school. And I never really heard Damonte saying that he liked a girl or a girl liked him or anything like that. And I was starting to wonder. I was like, well, I'm not really sure if he likes girls or if he likes boys or I was like, I got to figure out a way to ease into this conversation. So we were riding in the car one day and I had asked him if there was any girls that he liked in school or if there was any girls that were, talking to him and then I said, well, I was like, it's okay if you like boys too. I was like, I'm perfectly fine with that. If you just want to, just be open about it and I'm open. I don't judge. I don't mind. And then he said, no, I like girls. So I'm like, okay. So now that you're an adult and you look back, do you think I said too much at the time, too little, or do you think that was like, oh, that was a perfect way to start a conversation?
I think it was a good way to start it. It was just something that we never talked about.
Right.
So, I mean, I see why you could have been like worried, but, or not worried or just wondering, but
Right.
we just never, like, you never talked about it and I never talked, like, so I never talked about it.
Yeah. And Devontae's really quiet in general. Like he always was growing up. And I don't know. I just felt as a parent, I wanted to open up that conversation because I didn't want him to think that he couldn't tell me stuff. So, going into this episode, we want to talk about okay, what is the blueprint for the next generation? It had me wondering, what is Damonte's vibe as a parent going to be? Like, I'm really curious and I'm not rushing anything, but I really want to try to get an understanding of what I think Damonte's parenting style is going to be like. Like, is he going to be the strict disciplinarian? Is he going to be the gentle parent or the cool mentor? What do you think? Just start off. Like,
I think
how
it's
do you
hard to
think you're
say.
being there?
It's hard to say, like, because I already told you I'm on the fence about having kids. So it's
Yes.
like, I feel like I'd be strict, but I feel like I would try and balance being like chill about things. I don't know. I feel like that's what every parent thinks. Like
Hmm.
they're strict when they need to be and then chill when they're not, like when they don't have to be.
Okay.
I mean, do you feel like that? Or did you feel like that?
I think you were just a really easy kid to parent. Like you were just really chill to where I don't feel like I ever had to be strict or I ever had to be a disciplinarian because like if you had homework to do and I said, okay, it's time to sit down and do your homework, you would do it. So I never really had to be a strict parent. I never had to take anything away because Damonte, he just grew to the understanding of, oh, we'll take care of our responsibilities and then it will be playtime. And then it's like, the harder you work, the more he would receive. So I never had to be strict in any way. So he never had to conform to any kind of strict parenting style or anything like that. I think kind of like what you just said. I think I was like a balance not strict, but I think I was more of a balance between like a gentle parent and maybe like a cool mentor. I don't know. So, do you think a parent should be a hero? I'll put hero in air quotes, more like they're invincible, like they can handle all things, and it doesn't seem like there's chaos going on. They're just like mom or dad swoops in and takes care of everything, or they display themselves as they're human. Like things go wrong.
I think hero until like probably like middle school. Like I think that's when like things get a little bit more difficult or like more things come into play. Like puberty is starting and you're starting to like change a little bit. And I
Yeah.
think once you can show like things won't always be easy as like a parent, it'll make like the change of life getting harder like more relatable.
That's true. And I think also when a child is entering middle school, I think you really start to see how hard life can be for parents because, parents are working all day, then they come home and either cooking dinner or making sure their kids get to their sports practices, sports games, helping them with their homework, cleaning up after dinner, trying to get ready for the next day. And I think maybe kids become more aware of that when they're a little bit older and not as young.
Or maybe high school, I don't know. Like maybe high school, like maybe a little bit in middle school, but like more in high school when it's like now they can work and have a car and have more
Yeah.
responsibilities and things like
Oh,
that.
okay. So you think high school is when young adults really kind of start to see the human in parents of like, yeah, things aren't perfect and
Yeah.
yeah,
I would say that'd be like a good time to like stop. Like middle school and high school would be like a good time to stop being like the hero.
gotcha. Okay.
Because I feel like if you're flawed, your entire like if you see your parents as flawed your entire childhood, then you're gonna think life is just hard always. Like you're
Mm,
gonna have no spark.
right. It's almost like, why do I give 100% when things are just gonna go wrong anyway? So,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. But it is nice to show the human aspect of, I did this once. Like, hey, we're gonna have pizza night, and I made pizza, but I actually cooked it on the cardboard box that came in the box of the pizza. Like, it sounds great, but in reality, sometimes it doesn't come out as great as you want things to be. And it's like, well, I guess we're ordering out food tonight. So, and to me, I think that just shows like, we can't be superheroes all the time. Like we try our best and sometimes our best just isn't enough. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I probably still do that to this day is cook pizza on cardboard by accident. I'm surprised it didn't burn up. Like how come it didn't set on fire?
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I was wondering why the crust wasn't crispy, and because I do remember this. I was like, why isn't the pizza cutting? I was like, why is it so hard to cut through? And yeah, well, I cooked it on cardboard. So it's okay. It's okay to show your flaws. It's okay that things aren't going to be perfect every single day. It's what makes us human. And then you can, you know, laugh about it later on in life.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't know if I would tell like my kindergartner that I got fired from my
Yeah.
job and no more no more toys or McDonald's.
Yeah, I think with certain life events, I think that's when you gauge at what point in time do we start having those communications. So that's a good segue into this next segment of when do you talk to your kids about certain life events? So, say you're a parent, when do you think would be a good time to tell the truth about Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy?
I feel like you guys never told me.
I don't think we ever did. Yeah, I don't think we ever just came out and said, hey, you're getting less this year because sorry, Santa Claus isn't real. I don't think we ever said that.
No.
So, how would you handle that as a parent? Do you think you would tell them or you would just let them find out from kids from school? Do you think it should come from the parents?
I don't know. I feel like I was fine finding out from kids at school.
You were fine with finding out at school? Okay.
I wasn't
You
like
weren't,
devastated or anything.
you weren't like, man, my parents didn't tell me. So, do you think it's okay to talk to your child? And you can even give an age range of when do you think this would be appropriate time? Is like you brought up before, talking to your kids if you lost your job, if there's financial losses within the family, like do you think that's something appropriate to talk about your child with, and if so, at what age?
Yeah, I think like 14 and up is like good. I think it'd be a lot to tell like a kid who's younger than that.
Yeah, it would be hard to understand.
But I feel like a kid in high school would like understand.
Yeah, because I think by that point in time, there should be financial conversations being had in the household to start setting them up for success financially.
Yeah.
Because they're going to start getting their very first job probably by a junior, senior in high school. So, yes, I agree with that. I think if there's like some financial struggles going on in the family, I think around that age would probably be a good time to sit down and have those discussions. Like, hey, we're going to have to cut some things out. Like, we're not going to be able to do these kind of things right at this moment in time.
Yeah. That was like something we never talked about. Like,
No,
we never talked about money.
no. Mm-mm. And I guess I still really don't. Not a, I mean, we talk about stocks and stuff like that, but money, I just, I don't know. I've just never, I guess, been comfortable talking about money. Just, I don't know. I think because sometimes people look at you as, oh, they're bragging about what they have or bragging about what they can buy or how much money they have. And I think that's why I don't.
Yeah, like I think you and my dad both like never talked about money very much. Like my dad taught me about like financial literacy, but
Right.
I think I never thought we were like as well off as we were.
We ain't rich. No.
Well, I know that.
No, I mean, I think, we were always comfortable. And I think we were blessed enough to set ourselves up to where thankfully we never had to have those conversations of, yeah, we're really struggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thankfully we've never had to have those conversations and that we were able to do what we needed to do. So that's probably why we never talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there was a point in time where I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. It was like in Vegas and I had the house in New Mexico
Yeah.
and I decided to stop renting the house so that way I could try to sell it. So I was like paying my rent in Vegas and then I was paying the mortgage in New Mexico at the same time.
Hmm.
Ooh, that was a struggle. Like that was a struggle. I mean, I made it through, but it was not a good time. But
Why would you not just set it to sell at a price that you know would sell quick?
did after that I did.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was talking with the real estate agent and there were some things that I had fixed up in the house because I had renters go back in there just so I could try to recover. And then I had some stuff fixed up and then I put it back for sale. And then it just worked out that the individual that was renting ended up buying it. Yeah, like I didn't make any money off of it. I didn't care to. I just needed it out of my life. Yeah. It felt like a money pit. That was a bad idea. Yep. All right. So, talking about the timeline of truth now, when do you think would be a good age to talk to your child about like the digital age, like social media, having a cell phone? When would be the appropriate times now? Because I feel like kids now are getting access to that stuff younger and younger. I don't know. So what do you think with seeing things at your age and
I guess before they got like their own phone, like I think if I were to have a kid, they wouldn't have a phone until they were like 11, like 10 or 11.
really that young?
Is that not when I got a phone?
Well, the only reason you got a phone, like you actually had one when you were like 8.
Yeah, the
But
slide one.
huh?
The slide one.
Yeah,
The
it
one that
was like,
slid.
yeah. But the only reason you got one when you were 8 years old is because you were flying at that age by yourself. And needed to make sure I had contact with you at all times. So that was the only, and it was no smartphone. We didn't have smartphones back then. So nothing was connected to the internet. So what kind of conversations do you think you would have to have with your child before giving them a phone at 10, 11 years old? Because I feel giving them a smartphone at 10 and 11, that gives them access to anything possible on the internet.
Like I think we'd be talking about it before the phone about like internet safety, how dangerous the internet is, like how easy privacy is breached,
Mm-hmm.
like sharing like names and locations, and
Yeah.
how you never know what's on like the other side of what you're inputting.
Right. Yeah. People can pretend to be whoever.
Yeah. And like if something is about money and it sounds easy, then it's not real. I don't
Would
know.
you do any kind of parental controls as far as, hey, like, you'll do like random inspections on their phone just to see what they're looking at, who they're talking to on social media? Would you do that?
Probably when like as soon as they got one. But if I feel like there isn't like anything wrong, then I probably would do it less frequently.
Okay. Would you put a tracker so that way you know where they are all the time? Like, they have that app. It's like
Like
family
360.
360, yeah, 360 or something like that.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't. Like not like if they're 10 or 11, like I would know where they're at. Like it's not like they're driving places.
Okay.
But it's like
Hopefully not.
you guys didn't do that when I
No.
had a car, so it's like I feel like you guys trusted me.
Yeah, I
Like, I
feel
don't
like
know.
I didn't have to with you.
I feel like I wouldn't want them to feel like they're always being watched.
Yeah. Like trust until you can't trust.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Those are some good safety tips to give out there to parents. Something to think about.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be big on like them having like a lot of social media though.
Yeah, I agree. I think I
Like
don't
I'm
know,
thinking about
just so
deleting like
much.
my Instagram and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, how come?
It just does me no good, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Man.
Like it's just not like I feel like social media is not very constructive.
Okay. No, I totally understand that. I totally agree. Because I feel like you can spend a lot of wasteful time
Yeah.
just like looking at stuff that doesn't better your life unless you're actually using it for good intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I definitely utilize like TikTok and Instagram when I'm planning for a trip because people can tell you like tips and tricks on how to get places, like good food places. So I definitely utilize social media in that aspect. And I love it as a good consolidated place for me to go back and just look at memories of things that
Yeah.
I've done. Like that's what I love social media for.
Yeah, I think I could do that just by like taking photos and then being in my camera roll. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I guess just because like my Instagram is full of like people I knew from high school, like
Mm.
it concerns me less what they're doing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, I like that. I like that aspect of it. No, I think that's good. So that way you're more intentional about your time and what you're doing and how you're spending your time.
Yeah, like
Um,
I don't know if it's helpful to spend 30 minutes scrolling of like engagements and weddings and pregnancies for 30 minutes about people that I don't talk to. Like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, or people you don't even know, really,
yeah.
because that happens too.
But yeah, like the food one's true. Like I'll use like TikTok and stuff to like find good food.
Yeah, I love looking at recipes too.
Oh yeah, I don't really like bake or cook like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have like the space to.
No, that's good though. I mean, it's great that you stay active enough to where you don't spend a lot of time like doom scrolling.
I feel like I do. I feel like that's the issue.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I feel like if I'm not at the gym or running, I'm like doom scrolling.
Okay.
Like I think my screen time is really bad.
Oh, really? So you want to do better by not just having access to it?
What do you mean?
Well,
Oh
you said
yeah,
that you were thinking.
like if I just delete it, then I can't do it.
Gotcha. All right. So, the birds and the bees. When do you think is a good time to talk to your kids about sex and
We never
everything
had
that
this
comes
talk.
with? No, we didn't. But when do you think would be an appropriate time? Like, since you've gone through all of that.
Like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Probably like beginning of high school.
Really?
Yeah. When do
Hmm.
you think?
I don't know. I guess I would think it would probably have to come before then.
Really?
Maybe like middle schoolish.
Like
Yeah,
before you can drive a car?
probably.
Hmm.
Because I think you probably should have those conversations before it actually starts happening. So yeah, probably I'd say about middle school, I think would be a good time. I mean, because like when young kids are going through puberty, like they need to know what's going on with their bodies. Like I know there's health classes in high school, but I think kids should be able to be comfortable to go to their parents and ask questions too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is going on. Like, what does this mean?
Yeah. I feel like 13 though, like end of middle school. I feel like that's like way way young.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I feel like kids like it seems like kids are doing it sooner and sooner, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know why, but kids seem to just be going fast through the motions and they're, I guess, acting older than what they really are.
yeah.
Or like, speeding through time and just not taking the time to be young and being a kid and they start introducing other things into their life and I think it makes life more stressful
Yeah.
when you're adding in sex and relationships and all of that. Yeah. So I think the earlier the better. And I know kids are going to do what they want because they think that they can handle those things, but yeah. So
Yeah, I
do
don't
you,
know. I would say high school.
Or actually, here's another question. Do you think it would be dependent on if you have a daughter or a son? Do you think it should be earlier for either having a girl or a boy? Because girls can start their period, like they can start it in like elementary school. Because I started when I was in, I think it was like sixth grade, either fifth or sixth grade or something.
Maybe.
That's why I'm thinking like conversations probably should be started pretty early.
Yeah, maybe so. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yep. Like, would you be comfortable like starting those conversations with your kid? And
Um,
how would you start the conversation?
I guess like what you said would be like important. Like that'd be like an easy way to say it'd be like maybe after like the first or second period, like explain like yeah, like this is what's happening. This is why it's happening. Like now your body's going through like a cycle every month, and like the way you feel after your period is like normal, and like it's smart to be conscious of like your decisions that you make and like the effects of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you can tell it from a guy's perspective of guys are going to tell you whatever you want to hear just so they can have sex with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really love at this point in time.
I don't know if you could tell a kid that though.
Think you should. He doesn't really love you.
Because they don't even know what that means.
I know. That's why it needs to be explained. Yeah. Okay. And then at what age do you feel kids would understand a conversation about like the passing of either a family member, a friend, like death, loss, tragedy?
I feel like anytime.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think anytime. Because
Like
I
I feel
think
like
even with a young kid, I think there's a way to have those conversations so that way you can give them the understanding on their age level.
yeah, I think any kid can understand that. Maybe
Oh,
not like understand it completely, but
right.
I don't think they shouldn't not know.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I mean, like
agree.
you guys sort of always told me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we kind of touched on this briefly, but do you think kids today are conducting themselves older than they should be, or they're doing things like age appropriate than when you were, say, in high school?
I think older because I feel like you see like more kids like on the other side of the camera for social media, whereas like when I was younger, I feel like it was like just adults like
Yeah.
on YouTube, it would be like people older or I don't know, like just old adults were famous. Like that was like I guess like the gist. But now it's
Oh,
like
okay.
but now it's like kids are on TikTok. Like
Mm-hmm.
kids. Like I don't know.
Well, actually, that's a good question to pose because would you put your kids on social media? Like, I know you're not on social media like that, but what if your spouse was really into social media? Would you have that conversation of, yeah, I really don't want, my kids' face out on the internet,
I
maybe
guess I
until
never
they get to a certain age or.
I guess I never understood that. Like and I think it would sound like or I guess it might sound weird coming from someone who like knows about cybersecurity and is on the internet all the time. But when people like put like emojis or like black out their kids' faces, like I guess it just doesn't make sense to me. And maybe it's because I'm not a parent, but it's like
Hmm.
if someone wanted to find it, they would.
Yeah,
And I feel like you're creating like fake paranoia, and you're like you could just not want to post it, but it's like
right.
you're choosing to post it with like a idea that you're like preventing something that I don't know. I guess like I don't want to make it seem like they're doing something because they're making an attempt to do something, which I understand, but
Hmm.
it's almost like the license plate thing. Like when people will post their cars and they'll black out the license plate.
Yeah,
Like, what are you gonna do when you're in the drive-thru and someone's behind you? Like,
right.
your license plate's not covered.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. Yep.
Like, if people want to, they will.
I agree. Yeah, I just feel like there is so much technology now everywhere to where everyone's faces is on the internet now.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Everywhere.
you black out your kid's face for 18 years, and then they get a phone and they post their face. Like, what are you saving
Mhm.
for 18 years? I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do understand your perspective of, yeah, parents will post pictures and then put an emoji over their kid's face. Like, you actually had the choice of not even posting.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, yeah. I never understood that either.
I don't know. Maybe I need to look up like more into it because like maybe they know something more than I do. But I guess it never made sense to me. But then it's weird because I feel like it's making me think it's weird when some parents don't do it, which is like even weirder because I'm on the side where it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like this guy at work had a kid and like posted his 1 week old's face. I'm like, why would you like?
Right.
Why are you posting that? But at the same time, I'm like, why does it matter?
Right. But I'll see that on dating apps too. Like guys will post pictures of them and their kids. And I'm like, why on a dating app, why would you put your kid in the photo? But then they'll post pictures with their kid and then put an emoji over it. And then I'm like, why would you even post that? Like, don't you just have regular pictures of yourself with no kids in there? All you have to put in your bio is that you have a kid. You don't need to, I don't know. I think it's weird on a dating app to post pictures of you and your kid. I don't know.
What if it just shows that they're fatherly though? Like,
I don't know. I guess because I think there's a lot of weirdos in the world and I don't know. It just weirds me out. I don't know why, but it does
so
weird
you could
me
make
out.
the same argument. Like, he says he has kids in his bio, but there's no pictures of him with his kids. Like, does he even care about his kids?
Well, I'm sure they do, but I feel like when you're trying to meet someone, I feel like getting introduced to the kids will come eventually when that time comes. Like, I don't need to see them up front yet. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to worry about this right now. I don't know. Maybe it's like the kids are like 7 years old, or they're adults.
Like if they're adults, then I think that's fine. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, it's like, that's cool. Their child graduated high school or college, like, and I think that's a little bit better. But I think when they're young, when kids don't really have a voice to say whether or not they want to be on the internet, I don't know.
But they go outside every day.
I know. I just think, I don't know. I think it's one of those topics where it's like,
Like, I get the internet's not like a safe place and there's weirdos and stuff like that, but
yeah. I think just because you can do so much with pictures now that no one's safe.
I saw that you AI the thumbnail for the last video.
No, the app that we use, they do that. They create thumbnails. So I was like, oh, let me do it. I was like, let me try something new. I liked it. Yeah, they create a thumbnail and then they put the heading of the topic of the episode. It didn't look like us.
No,
Really? So I shouldn't do it again.
no.
Okay. I was like, let me spice this up, man. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna ask a few questions. So say your child, let's just say they're in high school and they have their first heartbreak. Do you comfort them or do you give them space?
I feel like this is a sensitive topic, but I would say comfort them.
Comfort them. Okay. That's what
I
I
mean,
would.
I guess I would comfort them until they say they need space.
Okay. All right. Curation versus chaos. Clean room or creative mess?
Clean room.
All right.
I
Awesome.
don't, I don't know. Like, there was times where like my room got like really messy and like
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. Like, there was no benefit to it being messy. But I guess at the same time, like, why does it need to be clean?
Yeah, so it doesn't generate bugs. I don't know.
I guess it depends on like if it's never kept clean.
I think a clean room is best.
For a
All
kid
right.
though, why?
Why? Because they need to learn responsibilities at that young age. They need to learn how to pick up after themselves. They should learn how to make their bed and
Like, what if it's 50-50? What if half the time it's clean, half the time it's just messy?
no.
Like, it always needs to be clean.
I think so. Like what do you do? Just like throw your clothes on the floor or is it just as easy to put it in the clothes hamper?
I don't have a clothes hamper.
What do you do with your clothes?
I put them in the washer.
So you put them straight in the washer. But what if
Yeah, I skip a step.
I know, but so you wash your whites with your dark? Is that why your socks are gray?
Yeah.
Well, I think whenever you have kids, I'll make sure they have a hamper.
What is a hamper? How does a hamper help that?
Because you have a mixture of clothes that get dirty. It's not just clothes. You have your dark clothes, you have your white clothes, you have your towels, you have sheets from your bed. You're not putting all of those in the washing machine.
But you put all those into one hamper, right?
I put them all in one hamper, but I separate it before I do laundry.
Why not just buy 3 hampers?
No, because that takes up a lot of space. I don't have that much space, man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm
All
on
right.
team clean room.
Okay, yeah, team clean room. All right. So when parents say because I said so, do you think them saying this is valid, or do you think it's just lazy for them just not explaining something?
I think it's lazy
Yeah, I agree.
because
Yeah.
I guess like you're not getting buy-in as to why it's important.
Yeah.
Like if I say that you need to have a clean room because I said so, like you need to have a clean room because like it helps you create good habits. Like that
Hmm.
makes like a little bit more sense. But I don't know. I think because I said so just makes it seem like authoritative.
Right. And I do believe kids need to understand why they're doing something, not
Yeah.
just because I said so. Like, the first thing you should do when you get out of bed is make your bed. It looks nice. Like that's your first accomplishment of the day. And
Did
you
you ever
feel
tell me to
good
do that?
about it. What's that?
Did you ever make me do that? I feel like you didn't.
I don't think I did. But if I ever had a second kid, I would probably do things different.
I do it now, but
Oh, that's good. Yeah. All right. I have really enjoyed hearing your answers from this episode. No, and it really gives me an idea of based on how you were brought up, between the differences between my parenting style, your dad's parenting style. I think you would have a really great blend of not being just a disciplinarian, but I think you would also really be a good mentor to your child and allowing them to understand why they need to do the things that you're asking them to do. And yeah, I think if the day ever comes, I think you would be a really good parent. I think your
thanks.
answers were really good and very well thought out. Do you have a message to your future child?
Good luck.
Man. I mean, really, we're all just making this up as we go along. We're just doing our best.
Yeah.
I mean, I think every day we can always think back on our days and wish we had done something different or said things a different way. Nobody's perfect. We're all flawed. We are not superhumans in this world. Every child is going to be different, and how we react and cope with that is going to be different. We're just trying to do our best. Just like on my flight to Portugal, the whole 6.5 hours, there was this baby crying behind me. And it was a very long flight. And, you can't really get upset because the parents are doing as much as they possibly can. Like, there isn't anything really that you can help with that. Like, I'm pretty sure the baby's ears were hurting. They were trying to feed the baby, they were walking around with the baby, trying their best that they could. So it's like, I felt bad. Like, I really felt bad for them because it's like, that sucks. Because it's like you're trying to do everything to ease that baby into feeling better and nothing was working. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like sometimes I say things we're gonna get canceled, but I don't know if I could have a lazy kid.
No, you could not. No, you could not. Nope.
I think it would just make both of our lives like horrible.
Yeah.
But I feel
But
like I can't say that as a parent, like because like you
no,
said, you have to learn how to cope with whatever because every kid is different. But
yeah, I think with your personality, and I think also like whoever you end up having a child with, I think they're going to have that type of ambitious, like character trait in them as well. So that way, hopefully your child comes out the same and not the complete opposite. Yeah, because I think between me and your dad's personality, we're both ambitious. We're both like really, I think, chill and calm. I think I'm more calm now than I was, but I think that gave you your personality the way it is, like really chill, and you work hard. And when you put your mind to something, like you're determined to put 100% and exceed the standards in that. So, yeah. So, yep. So I think your future child will be good. I don't think it will be lazy.
if I have one,
Time will tell. There's no rush. There's no rush at all. But any tips that you want to give parents from like a young gentleman perspective? I don't know, talking to their kids about not being lazy. I don't know.
I don't know. If you have lazy kids, then I feel like you pay the price like after they're 18.
Society pays the price.
That too. Yeah, I feel like it's just like what isn't happening as a kid, you deal with while they're a young adult,
Yeah.
as opposed to them like being able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like if you think the contract ends at 18, like you just get like a 6-year extension on it for them to figure it out as a young adult.
You hear that? You get a 6-year extension on being a parent. That does not sound like fun. It's almost like you get a do-over that you probably really didn't want.
Yeah. I feel like it's easier to teach good habits and routines when like school is the job for 13 years.
Yeah.
Or 12 years, however long it is. Like I feel like it's easier to introduce like good and healthy habits then, like slowly throughout 12 years of school, as opposed to like
Right.
when there is no school and there is no routine and choices are unlimited and there's like, I don't know, our consultant always says it, but there's like no pull on the rope.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Great
Yeah.
advice.
No more advice for the month. I'm pooped.
Pooped.
To start charging.
You start charging. Oh man. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to episode 18. I really enjoyed starting off the month of June with episode 18 and kind of doing kind of like a little baton toss from
Yep.
parent to child. So, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in our next episode.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching.
All right. See you later.
See ya. And that's a wrap.
Cheers. Oh, no, I should say, and that's a wrap as well, huh? Okay, we'll do that again.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's
Cheers. And that's a wrap.